Assignment goes over how to find the area of irregular figures. You're going to need to know your formulas to find the area of a triangle, a rectangle, and a square, and those formulas are on slide 3 if you don't know them already. On all of these, I break it apart into a lot of steps for you to try to make it easier, but all you ultimately need to do is type your answers into the last box and be sure to label them. On the very last one, I don't do as much work for you, but remember, if you need help, you can always Zoom me or email me. This is the example I'm going to do with you guys. Right now, it just looks like an irregular figure, but most of us can look at it and see that it is a triangle and a rectangle just shoved next to one another. But step 1 is always going to be identifying your figures. And I always like to, if I'm on paper, I like to draw lines, but on the computer, I can just outline the boxes to see that I have a triangle with a height of 6 and then a 9 by 5 rectangle. Steps 2 and 3 are to find the area of those two shapes. And so this is where your area formulas come in. On this first one, I'm just going to find the area of the rectangle, which it's a 9 by 5. And the area formula for rectangle is length times width. So that would make it 45. And then you always need to label it. This one is yards. And then it's always going to be squared no matter what the measurement label is. The next step, we're going to have to find the area of the other shape, which is a triangle. To find the area of a triangle, you multiply the base times the height and divide by 2. So this already identifies the height as 6 yards. It doesn't necessarily give you the base, but we should know that it's 9 because the opposite side of the rectangle is 9. So now we're going to do 9 times 6, which is 54. And then we have to divide 54 by 2, which is 27. So now I found the area of both of my shapes. I'll always label. This one's yards squared. Your last step, no matter how many shapes you have to find the area of, is going to be to add them. So we're going to add 45 plus 27. And let's see, 5 plus 7 is 12. You've got 5, 6, so 72. And then throw the label on there again. 72 yards squared is going to be my final answer. That gives me the area of this entire shape. On all of these, except for one, you only have 2 shapes to identify the area of. But on slide 6, there's 3. There's a rectangle, a square, and a triangle. So once you find the area of all 3 of those shapes, you'll still add them together and then throw the label on there. On a keyboard, remember, this is how you guys can label with the SQ dot and then whatever the measurement is. Be careful because some of them are inches, I believe, and some of them are in feet. When you're done, turn it in on Google Classroom, and if you need help, you can always Zoom.